Look here, look here, look here. We need to talk about this because you have these large platforms and these small platforms in particular. Look here. You're supposed to be saving for a rainy day because everything goes according to season. They go according to the times. And people grow out of certain content that they once listened to. And they will not support it as much as they used to, especially if they already know what you're going to talk about. Another thing is that people are not really performing as they think they are, because if they were, you wouldn't have to tell the people to support. They will support naturally. Now, y'all know I have rules. And if the rules be messed with, you're gone. That's it. You know how this goes. With that said, I said this 2-3 months ago. Right? That a lot of YouTubers, majority of YouTubers is in a lot of trouble because they did not save on a rainy day. They are in debt and they owe a lot of debt. And also, with the back and forth with people has caused them damage in dealing with certain people who could mess up your situation, could also affect your pockets. So now it's going to get harder for most of these content creators to make money on here because they don't know how to go and talk about other things. Nobody wants to hear about the same thing all the time. You may get the views, you may get a little support here and there. You're not going to get the support you want because you're not talking about anything else. You're not flexible. You don't talk about other stuff. You talk about things that happened 2018, 2019, 2017. No one wants to hear that in 2024. You got to talk about what's going on now. What's the popular thing now? That's what people want to hear. You got a lot of young people surpassing most of you older content creators because you stuck on the first 2 years of the shutdown. Things are open now. Things are open. Nobody's in their house like that. Nobody's going to listen to you on average a lot of minutes like during the shutdown. So that was the best time for you to make a lot of money because everybody was in the house for the most part, except certain states. So you got a lot of people's attention. And so when things started opening up and people could start making money, whether it's at the gig, at the site, the gig apps, or the site, the site is what I consider the 9 to 5, or you got some other businesses going on outside the internet, people are making money other ways. So there's a big dry spell going on the internet. That's why people don't be on long hours like they used to. To me, if you on long hours and you making less than $100, something ain't right. You ain't gonna see me on here past a certain time if I'm not making a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to have a long live stream and you barely making money on here. If the Cash App ain't ringing good, if you don't have monetization, it's best for you to get something on the field, get a gig app, get on the site, get your money other ways until you get back to making money on the internet. Otherwise, you're making yourself look like a fool. You ain't gonna see me on here long hours for nobody. Nobody, none of you whatsoever. You ain't gonna see me on here long hours. And when I was doing long hours, you best to believe I was getting paid real good for the service. People loved it. People support heavy. The women and some of the men supported heavy. Okay? So let's not play this game. You got people on here. You got F and F, $35 begging on YouTube because they're not monetized. You got people in certain parts of other countries, one in particular, e-begging every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. If your content is good, people will support heavy. That's all to it. You know what I'm saying? I told my audience, if you want to have a panel, you have to pay $50 or more. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to have a conversation with me. So we have the conversation. Otherwise, I don't have StreamYards. I'm not using StreamYards just to use StreamYards. My thing is that the internet, particularly Black YouTube, has gone into crumbles for the most part because they don't really have anything to talk about. They don't have anything to show to their audience. And because of that, it's been a stale. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to those who do pre-record videos. That's not doing live streams like they used to. You don't have to do live streams to make a lot of money. You could do pre-record videos and eventually the algorithm will pick up and you will get views like that. You know what I'm saying? So another thing is your audience got to be interacting and making right decisions and saying things that make sense in the chat because you never know who's watching. So the chat got to be more sufficient, more on point, more engaging in order for people to support. And so it's going to get worse, unfortunately. You're going to start seeing a lot of YouTubers going crazy for money because they on too long. Me personally, you want me on long, you have to support. It's no getting around it. You ain't going to see me on long here. Especially when I touch back to Florida, man, you're going to have to pay me serious money for me to come back on to do live streaming. I'm doing videos. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the way I look at this internet and the way it's going and how's it going, man, there's other things going on big besides the internet. It's just that people don't want to go out their homes no more. They want to stay in their house and do content. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's other ways to get your audience, get a better audience to support when you go out and about certain places. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to show everything. Yet people are stuck in their homes and not doing anything productive outside of their house. That's crazy. You're only going to make yet so much. Showing the same thing all the time, while it's good in the beginning, it's tiresome because it's the same thing. You know, places are open. Most people are going out and about. They're not tuning into your channel like they used to. It is what it is. So, hey, like I said, you want to make serious money on the internet, you got to talk about some things that people are into. That's how you make serious money. You want to get them cash apps ringing like crazy, how I used to, and I will again. You got to talk about things that make sense, and people will support the cash app heavy. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at people that get high support cash app. You can't get mad at them. You just got to know the business. You got to know how to connect with people. You got to know how to talk to people. You got to be more on point, and they'll support heavy. The reason why some of these passport guys are struggling is because they're not showing anything that makes sense for you to get the support when you live overseas. It is what it is. If I live overseas, I'll make quadruple because I know how to get the right audience, the right people, get the brand going. Next thing you know, I could make a certain amount a day easily without even asking. I have another channel for that to happen because over here, people over here, man, it's only a few far between that will support, and that's okay. There's a lot of people think things is free over here. Ain't nothing free over here, and that's on them. That's why I have another channel where I have a different audience, and it's doing pretty good. And sooner or later, I'm just going to be over there, and I'll come over here from time to time once that channel gets monetized. So you have to sometimes stir away from what you know and get involved in things that people are into and get that audience and go about your business. You don't have to stay around people that's going to want to talk to you for free. You don't go to the site for free. You don't go to the gig for free. So why have people on for free? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's good to support your supporters. See, some of these YouTubers don't give back to their supporters like I have or others have. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't do that. And that's a good way. That's a good way about business. When you have certain people on that, you know, bring more views, bring more support, yeah, send them something to their cash app from time to time. And guess what? They're going to appreciate it, even if they didn't ask for it. I would not be on no long live streams for none of you. And I didn't get no cash apps like that. See, you got to be straight up with people. Your time is valuable. Get off after a certain time. You don't see nothing happening, that's when you get off. That's it. You're not forcing people to support. They will start taking it more serious when you're not playing. Yet, if you stay on these 9, 10, 11, 12 hours every day, or almost every day, they see you ain't doing nothing else with your life. Of course, they ain't going to support you. Of course, they ain't going to support you. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, you got to get to the money. All this talking about game and what you need to do to get a woman, that's not going to get you money, man. That's not going to get you money in 2024. All the stuff, the manosphere, you got to pivot, man. You got to talk about pop the balloon. You got to talk about things that is current events. All this, woman this, woman this, woman that. There's no more money in that. Name me a channel, because if Fresh and Fit is struggling, they struggling. What makes you think these other channels that talk about women ain't struggling? There's no money in that. That thing been gone since KS passed away. After KS passed away, talking about women, you ain't gonna get no money for that. Name me a channel that talks about women get money, like thousands upon thousands of dollars. People are moving into other stuff, man. Your channel will be in the low numbers forever, ever, forever, ever. You might get $20, $5, $3, $2. You ain't gonna get no $500,000. You ain't gonna see that. Most YouTubers don't even get to see that. I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bragging. I did. And I will again. I will again. I will get $1,000 or more. And you know what's the crazy part? It's not the men, it's the women. Women were supporting me more heavier than the guys were. That's the crazy part. The women will support more than the men do. So you know what that tells me? Women love what I was talking about more than the guys did. It is what it is. That's why I be laughing, man. Like, y'all have no clue. You dudes be going in on women, and these guys will not even hit you up with $100 on the Cash App. They will not give you $500 on the Cash App. A woman, when you talk some sense, she'll support heavier than the guys. Telling you, man. Telling you. A lot of men is losing out on serious money because they're trying to kiss other men's behinds. Try to kiss other men's behind. For what? Just to get a few dollars every month, every 2 weeks. You're in the wrong game, homie. You're in the wrong game. You're in the wrong type of time. You think I would entertain? You think I would entertain these dudes? You know? You got these dudes crying about women every day. You ain't gonna get no money crying about women every day. Or try to fix these women. You ain't gonna get no money for that. You'd be lucky if you get $1. That's why you don't see me go back and forth with these ladies. I don't go back and forth with these ladies. For what? For what? For your entertainment? I let these ladies be. They could be whoever they want to be today, tomorrow, and whatever the case may be. I'm about to get into that money. Straight up the box. If it ain't making no money, it ain't making no sense. If it ain't making no money, it ain't making no sense. I'm telling you. Going back and forth with women, you're going to be dead broke. You're going to be dead broke. Them guys going to be laughing and kiki and hollering, and they won't even send you $1. Wasting time. Wasting bandwidth. Talk about things that make sense and get to the real money. Get to the real sponsors. That's what you got to, if you're on the internet, you should be having sponsors. You should be making serious paper. It make no sense to have a channel and you getting these views and you ain't getting no money out of it. It's crazy. Telling you, man, get your act together, man. Pivot, leave that garbage alone, man. Leave that junk alone, man. Telling you. Leave that junk alone. And another thing, I'm going to have on Grayson next week. We're going to talk about some important stuff. So be on the lookout for that. If you want a continuation of StreamYards, y'all know what y'all have to do. Let me put the link in the chat. Let's see who decides to want to come on. Let's see who decides to want to come on and talk. I'm not going to be on too long. Y'all know the rules. I'm not going to be on too long. Let's see who comes on and talk. Let's see what's going on in the chat. 676, Pure Butterfly Spirit. And the lady from Pop the Balloon Show is in the chat, supposedly. Yeah, so anyway, let's see who comes on and want to talk. It's too many men. Too many men going crazy, man. I'm like, what's going on? This is why you got to save for a rainy day, because you never know. Sooner or later, I would be making double, triple what I used to make on before the fallout. I'll be making double, triple more soon on this internet. For real. Telling you. You gotta get around better things. Gotta get around better things. What's up, Grayson?
How we doing?
Yeah. What's going on, man?
Chilling and enjoying my weekend.
Good to hear, Grayson, man. Yeah, so because I'm talking about this live thing, man. It's getting crazy with some of these guys, man. Going crazy, man. You know? You can't talk about what you used to talk about. You're not going to make money like that. You're not. You're not, Grayson. You got to talk about things that make sense to make money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because some of these larger million subscriber YouTubers like Fresh and Fit, if they saying they making all this and that, they could charge whatever. The thing is, people ain't watching it. People going out, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
past this. You know what situation happened 2020 to 2022? People
Mm-hmm.
going out, man. Yeah, YouTube is a large platform. At the same time, people are going out, man, making moves, man. Like I was telling you and CJ and others, man. There's ways to make 2,000 or more a week, man. If you don't make it on the internet, you can make it off the internet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm. That's
It's so
true.
much. It's so much money to be made. It's not even funny, man. And when you are in a certain state or certain town, man, you should be making a killer, man. Especially if you ain't got no kids. Come on, man. What's the excuse?
No excuse.
If you ain't got a lady, you ain't got no kids for now, you should be making a killer, man. Because now a lot of companies and certain, streamings, they're looking for people that don't got kids. The reason why I don't give out that information as much is because I know people ain't going to take it and use it to their advantage for the most part. I know women will. I just know a lot of guys will make excuses. Let me say this, Grayson. Let me say this. Guys make excuses to make money more than women do. Would you agree with that?
Definitely.
Yeah. You rarely see a woman, you rarely see a woman beg for money, even on the internet, whether she has not that many subscribers or a lot of subscribers. You know it's bad when you have a huge following and you can't control yourself because you're not making the money you used to make. And I'm not making the money I used to make online 2 months ago. Yet I know I will make more than I used to 2 months ago because as time goes on, when I get certain things situated, I'm gonna say that my thing's gonna blow up because it's one thing you go through a setback in life as a man. That doesn't stop me from making money because you know how most people give up when they're not making the money like they used to. They'll stop. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yep.
say no.
And
I say no. I'm not gonna stop because once I get this thing finished, I will have a more interesting audience, and all those from the past will see it, and it will continue to grow, and I will eventually surpass them, and also financially. I'm already in that number. I'm closer to being a millionaire soon. It's just a matter of when. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And everybody has to see it, man. It's coming. Because once I establish this thing, the work I'm putting in behind the scenes is astronomical. It's gonna be crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's certain small channels that I being another set to YouTube, they doing their thing. They still got their gig. They're still at the site, and YouTube is their other income. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You should not be on here 12 hours making $20, $100. I'm on here 12 hours. I'm making close to 10,000 or more. I'm telling you that right now. I tell you that right now. If I was on here for 12 hours and I got some legit stuff going on, I guarantee I'm making 10,000 or more. Mm-hmm.
And
Must
that's
be out
how
your
it's
mind. Must be out
supposed
your
to
mind to be on here 12 hours for some $200. You crazy or what?
be. That's a waste of time too. You know, you are on there for like a half a day, you ain't making no money. I know folk on there like that's the what are you doing with your time like that? You ain't making no money.
It must be crazy, man. Dudes don't want to hear about women all day unless you have a woman, or if you do, that's a bonus. At the same time, it's like, come on, man, stop it.
Hmm.
You want to get to that money. It motivates guys when they see you travel, you get into the money. They're gonna support. The women gonna support regardless. It's just that the men gonna support because they're like, yo, I want to show the women I got it going on too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it be, man. Yeah. You got it's like certain content is getting boring. That's why I don't be around like I used to. I
Yeah.
hardly be on this thing, man. If you notice lately, I hardly be on here.
Right. I mean, it's coming to the point now. Like I remember when YouTube, growing up watching it, it was more fun back then. But now it's like, okay, it's boring now. It's dead.
I hear you. I hear you on that. Yeah, I hear you on that. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Because these guys ain't doing anything outside of what you already know. Think about it. I showed so much fun back then. And you look at some of these content creators, they can't even get to that point yet. Look at their
Hmm.
faces, man. 2 months ago in Charlotte, I did something hasn't been done in YouTube in a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, people still talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Because they never thought they see that in history, man. I broke YouTube history, bro. More than large content creators. Not no fresh and fit. None of these other guys have done what I did in a short time 2 months ago. I'm talking about fun to the core, bro. You ain't gonna ever see that again
Hmm.
in this lifetime. You had the whole Hebrew Israelite community talking about it. The whole Hebrew Israelite community talk about my me and the others at that time. And other sectors of YouTube. You know that.
Hmm.
That was off the charts, man. That's history, you know?
Yeah,
And
I
that's what
was.
I'm saying. Like, if other YouTubers would take my playbook and format it the way it's supposed to be formatted, they'll make a lot of money.
Hmm.
They don't listen though. They don't know how. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people on here don't know how to make serious money, man. It's unfortunate. And me, I'm at the point of my life, man. I'm like, yo, I'm giving you guys. I gave guys blueprint a long time ago. Those videos is not here no more. How to get to 1,000 or more a week. It's no way in 2024 you should be making less than 1,000. It's no way. Something's got to be wrong with you if you're making less than 1,000 a week to start. And if you're on YouTube and you're not making more, I'm gonna say this, man. I don't care about a YouTube check. If you're not making more than 10,000 or more on Cash App, something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I get it when super chats is fluctuating, but if you're not making the full amount on cash, what? Take to the what? Me to the what? There's people be on here, they don't get cash apps and never get cash apps and they still do live. I'm like, you must be crazy.
If you ain't making no money on here, it's not worth it. It's wasting your time.
Yeah. Because YouTube still getting their money off this. Hmm. Yeah. You're right, Grayson. So yeah, man, we're gonna start doing this thing Saturday, man. So get ready next Saturday. We're gonna get into it, man. I seen you send me
Oh,
some of the videos and stuff, so definitely
all
gonna
right.
get into it. Definitely gonna
Did
get
you
into it, man.
saw that movie? I sent to you.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, I watched that 6 times. That's how good it was.
Oh, man, you better be careful. In a good way.
A lot
I
of truth
seen it
in that
many
movie.
times growing up, man. That was wild, man. That thing was wild. For real. That movie
90s,
was wild, bro.
90s movie, old school.
Yeah. Yeah. It was some characters in there I at least suspected that the different world guy and the dude that did music, that was crazy. And the different world was the witch. The woman, she was the witch. Yeah, that's crazy. And New York out of all places, man. I was like, oh, here we go again. Yeah, you gotta be careful with these witches, man. They crazy, bro.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
Yes, they are,
I
man.
don't entertain them. I don't go back and forth with them because they want to drain your energy, try to
Mhm.
take your life force and all that. They crazy.
I have
You
one
saw
in a
how
part-time.
all the men in that movie were just like gone after that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what's up, 267? What's up?
How we
Yo, what's
doing?
up, my man? Yo, what's up, Grayson? Yeah, I called to let you know I don't blame you wasting your energy on YouTube. It ain't gonna pay you, and it ain't efficient. If you can't pay and stuff, I mean, you don't support and you don't deserve my vote. That's how I look at it. That's why I stopped doing it altogether because I felt like I was wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I discovered, I'm wasting my time up here. So I'm not gonna tell you. I got a nice surprise for you. I'm gonna leave you a message behind your email. I'm making that move. I'm done because I can't do no business up here. You know what I'm saying? Every time I try to do a business up here, people get mad. Then one little petty thing goes wrong, they want to try to take it out on me.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You told me a long time ago if I'm going to do business, you got to take it out of here. So you came out right about that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm in the
Right.
tri-state and don't give a damn about nobody, anybody. They don't want to keep you in the same spot ever. And the city don't like change at all. I'm not going to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
So I'm making my move out. That's it. You know what I'm saying? To a couple places. And I plan on just checking out the land down there one time, and that's about it. And it's just time to grow, move on, and do bigger, the better things to take the business elsewhere.
You're gonna have to, man, because you can't force things that's not there. That's another thing I've been saying to a lot of you guys. Stop forcing things that's not there. If it's not making money, it's not making sense. What are you waiting for? Stop making excuses.
Exactly. And what's the crazy thing that you say about that too, my man, is a lot of people don't want new businesses here. You know what I mean? They get a new business, they get emotional upset and get butt hurt, then they want the business not there. and make good mistakes happen when a payroll goes wrong, and they gotta wait next week for it. They don't have no patience. People ready to make money, make moves like that, was dependent on it, and the next thing you know, they want that
Like
business
I
up.
said, like I said, if you're not making more than 1,000 a week, something is wrong with you in 2024.
That is
It
so
don't make
true.
no sense for you. It makes no sense to have a conversation with me. Let me finish. It makes no sense to have a conversation with someone who has done it tremendously over the last few years or so, and you still don't know how to make 1,000 or more as a man. That don't make no sense to me. I don't got time to waste with nobody. The people I talk to, let me finish. I talked to this young man. He's about 20 years old. And shout out to Kevin Kelly, because Kevin Kelly, he doing his thing. This is 20-year-old man, 21-year-old young man. He's about to get into the baseball thing. He's very good. And then he showed me something. He showed me his two cars, and he showed me his brother who's 20 years old and got a Maybach and got a nice place they got together. Let me tell you guys something. I don't told you before. It's not about the material things. It's about the business they doing, because that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
When you doing good and you ain't worrying about purchasing stuff, then come talk to me, man. That's the type of level I'm on. Because I could go anywhere, purchase something, and know I'm going to get that money back within a month or two. I know that for a fact.
Right.
A lot of guys are scared to make sacrifices. You can't talk about women, and I have seen women in better situations than most men. You know why? Because they ain't worrying about you. Number one. Number two, they like, if the man ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it because I know he's scared to make money. A lot of men don't want to admit that they scared to make money. I am
Right.
not depending on no woman. Let me finish. I'm not depending on no woman moving in with a woman. Let alone have her to help me make money. Now, if she wants to assist, it's one thing. But man, a lot of you guys depend on these. You waiting on the broad. You waiting on the saver. Ain't none of that gonna get you to where you gotta get to. Tell you that right now.
You got to put in the hard work out here and dedication. And I made $1,000 a week before. You know what I mean? When you focus, you can make that 2,000 and $1,000 a week when you're focused and you're staying away from nonsense. You try to do too much nonsense, then you're losing out. You know what I mean?
When you get to let me explain something to y'all. When you start making that, you gotta differentiate from that situation after a month. I don't stay in one place to make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
When it gets hot, I go somewhere else to cool off and then make it hot again. The problem with a lot of YouTubers and people in general is they stay in one place, stay in a certain circle, and you don't grow like that. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm. This is the same in the gig economy. DoorDash is hot for you for a month. Then and it's all good. Then you got to switch over to like Uber and make some money and stuff like that, and switch over to like maybe Lyft or something else. You got to keep switching up your hustles.
There you go.
And that's what you got to keep on doing. You can't get too comfortable and stuff like that. That's why I've been working on the project I've been working on and all that. And right now I'm going through hell with that because of the changes that had to be made with people here and things. And then remember the dude we talked about before? That professor guy and shit. I'm not going to mention all his whole name.
Hmm.
He turned against the company. Then he went ahead when the company was going to open up on July 4th. He went in there, sent some trolls and stuff like that to mess up the payroll system for them, and they did. And they couldn't really get the payroll system right. They won't have the payroll system right until Monday. And it got a lot of my people here that I sent to the website and everything furious.
You cannot say this is another thing a lot of our people do. You can't put on everybody. You gotta make sure you take care of yourself and you let me tell you something. Let me teach y'all something. And Grayson is serious. You cannot put nobody on to anything until you are situated and have developed that friendship with certain people, and then you bring one or two along little by little. If you bring everybody like an entourage, you're gonna mess up your own business. They're gonna get rid of you. You know, I told this person in the company, I said, they say you know people. I say I know people. However, I would not send them to what I'm doing right now. You know why?
Right.
Because I told them this: if I do that and they don't do what they're supposed to do, you're gonna get rid of me. They was laughing. They was like, "Oh, he knows." Yeah, because I used to run a business. I know how it goes. You don't bring everybody with you. When you open up a business, you take two, three people in that's serious. You work with them, get a few drivers, and then when those few drivers bring in business, then you bring in other people little by little. That's how you think Walmart and what you call it, Amazon and all of them got
Right.
big. Little people, little by little. You
Right.
don't rush things. Even with DoorDash and Uber Eats and them, they ain't get big in one day. They did little by little. Test here, test there. It worked. Okay, let's open it up a little bit more. And then after doing the shutdown, they open up more and more and more. Now they big. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, that's what we're going through with Fair right now. Then the dude made a call to strike and try to shut down the system against us. You know, when
Because
that happened,
he tried to get in too many people. That's the problem. You cannot do that. That's not how you open. That's not how you run a business.
hmm and what's the crazy thing is too. Now my people's is over me. They're pissed off. They're pissed off right now, and I can't even do any more business in town no more because of it.
That was your fault for introducing them too fast. You gotta hold yourself accountable for that.
I know, and I already told them, man, whatever happens to me, whatever happens, you know. That's why I told them,
You
you
see,
know.
Grayson. You see, Grayson. What this is what I'm saying. You can't tell everybody everything because if it doesn't go well, this is what happens.
Right.
Right now they're gonna have it right, but it doesn't matter. It's already crossed certain borders with people. They're gonna fight it tooth and nail and make sure it never comes to the city.
Yeah. Well, whatever you decide to do, then do it. Because when you tell, because Grayson can pick it up. Whatever you tell me, you know I don't go by what you tell me. Until you do it, I don't believe anything you say for the most part. I'm to the point. You know how it gets down. I don't believe nothing nobody say until I see them there. When you go to
Mhm.
this specific place, then I say, okay, 267 is on point. Until then, I don't believe it until I see it.
Right.
Action speaks louder than words.
There you
People
go.
don't have mercy when it comes to these type of damn situations. You know what I'm saying? And mistakes that happen behind those situations. And you don't have to do nothing wrong. You're just trying to be the nice guy, trying to give people a good opportunity to make some money and all that. And you end up to being the one to
Well,
blame.
why you think I stopped talking about putting people onto certain things? If I'm not there, I ain't talking about it. When I'm there and I talk about it, and I have the only one that I have seen what I have done is that. You know why? Because other people, if I show them, they will lose their freaking minds. Okay, that's
Mhm.
number one. Number two, I'm telling you, you gotta learn from this. 267. I told you this a long time ago. You very stubborn. You don't want to admit it. You stubborn, and stubbornness is stopping your growth. Your stubbornness is stopping your growth, bro.
When I was around my
You can't
people, I
tell me
didn't get
you
enough.
can't say I'm lying. You can't say I'm lying because you know it's true.
Right? And being around my people, and my people were not nice to me a date at all. And they usually
That's
are.
why I don't tell nobody anything until I'm there. That's when I show them either they come in or not. That's it. Just learn from it, man. Stop dwelling on this issue, man.
Mm-hmm.
Own up to it and just go about your business, man. Stop telling people things. You're not even where you need to be. That's why people don't want to deal with you, because you're not even where you need to be. How can you tell somebody something and you're not where you need to be?
Right.
You know why people take me serious, even people that can't stand me? You know why they take me serious? Because I show what I do. That's why. I'm not here to be liked. The thing is, I say what I'm going to do. I'm going to get what I want to get, and I get it.
Pretty much you do. I've been seeing it all the time you get it. Okay? Stay on top of stay with a strategic plan, everything goes fine.
Yep.
I'm pretty much it is what it is with that. And I'm going to be sending you some information on this. I'm going to test everything Monday and Tuesday just to make sure everything is smooth. But I told the people behind the scenes in the company, you don't got your payroll system that I can't sign my name on it. They gave me flyers and certificates and everything. I said, nah, I can't. I didn't make no copies until they get that thing correct. Because imagine you get a Konisha on that and can't do anything with it. She's gonna get mad and want the company put underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told these
Yeah.
guys up there in Canada and shit, Philadelphia's a very hostile city.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You
All
put
right,
people on, you
gentlemen.
don't go right the first time. That's it. But I'm going to
All right,
take it for
gentlemen.
what it is, and that's it. But now I'm going to let y'all go ahead, continue all your chat and everything. And what you got
Yeah,
to
I'm
do
about
with
to close
YouTube,
this
I
out.
told you.
I'm about to
Hmm?
close this out. I'm about to
Okay.
close this out. So final words. Final words.
My final words is YouTube ain't making no money, and society's not accepting you. Cut it off like a bad sore. Start over somewhere else and getting something into that's going to make you money is going to add. And sometimes you may have to be in silence and shit and go in the saddles to do what you need to do, and let nobody know that's you. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. All right. 267. All right,
All right.
Grayson, go ahead, man.
All I'm gonna say is this: if it ain't making you no money, honestly, at a certain time period, make a decision and just move on. After that,
Yep, that's
That's
about
it.
it. All right, y'all.
I'm out.
Y'all take it easy out there. Y'all already know the routine.
take
You
care.
know what I'm saying? The cash app is pinned to the top. Appreciate you coming on, Grayson 267. I'm signing off. Y'all hear from me soon. Peace.